Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and welcome to Plants and Things. Today's video is going to be about plants that I'm just not really feeling right now. They're either struggling for one reason or the other, or I'm just not interested. So I know sometimes, I know for me in the beginning I felt a little guilty if there was a plant that I just really wasn't feeling, but plants are for your enjoyment. If there's a plant that you're not really feeling, it's okay. It's okay to either rehome it, regift it, sell it, throw it in the trash. Like, it's okay. It will be okay if there's plants you don't like. So I'm just gonna share a few plants today that I'm just really not feeling. And it doesn't mean that I plan on trashing these plants or selling them or whatever. Maybe down the line I may get rid of them. Right now I'm not quite ready to get rid of them, but I'm feeling like they're just not bringing me joy right now. So that means that I need to start thinking about if it makes sense. Come on, you know you gotta be in here. Come on. I know she can't not be in here. It just means that I'm gonna start thinking, like, does it make sense to keep it in my collection, especially now that I'm in a smaller space. I just want to maximize my space with plants that I really love in this moment. So before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you for clicking on this video, especially if you're new here. I really appreciate it. If you like the content, please consider subscribing or liking the video or dropping a comment below, and let's get into this video. So the first plant that I'm really not feeling right now is my elephant bush, which is really kind of sad for me because I really liked this plant. I remember when I first got it from Home Depot a few months, maybe 4 or 5 months ago now. I saw it in Home Depot and I didn't get it because I was like, oh, I don't need to buy every single plant I like, that I see, like, be reasonable. So I was like, I'm not gonna get it right now. But I kept thinking about it. I'm like, I really would love that plant because I want to do like a succulent shelf, a trailing succulent shelf. And so I was like, this will be perfect because it grows out. This plant was so much fuller when I first got it. And I don't know, like, it just doesn't like me. I don't like it. And you know what? It could be the soil. I don't know, because it stays pretty moist for a while. It's like I never seem to need to water it, but then suddenly it just needs to be watered. Like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. But if you can see, like, it has little green, bright green leaves. It's always growing. Like, I've chopped it a few times because it had a bunch of these stems that just, oops. I just snapped it. Oh gosh. Yeah, me and this plant just aren't friends. So the only reason I haven't actually trashed it yet is because it always has new growth. But I do think that this is one plant that eventually I'm probably gonna trash it. Yeah, it's just not, it's not bringing me joy. That's that one. The next plant that's not bringing me joy, which might be a little surprising to some people, but is my Birkin. And I really liked this plant when I first got it. I picked it because it had these pretty white stripes on it, but it looks exactly the same as when I first bought it. Like, it hasn't budged a bit, or at least I haven't noticed. Like, I don't think it's grown anything. Like, it's just boring for me. It's just a boring plant for me. So I'm really not feeling it. My mom likes it though. She does really like this. So that's why it's moved to the living room, because she really likes it and it's easy to care for. It doesn't mind a little neglect. I will say that. It's very easy. Does not mind a little neglect, but it's just boring for me. Like, I don't get no joy when I look at it because it looks the same all the time. So yeah, my Birkin is not bringing me joy. I'm not gonna trash it, like I said, because my mom does like this plant and it is healthy. It's growing well. I guess it's growing. It's alive. So we're gonna keep it. My next one that's not bringing me joy, which again might be a surprise, and it's really not the plant's fault. All of these are not the plant's fault in any way, shape, or form that I don't like it. It's just my fried egg. And this is probably my fault. It's probably definitely my fault and it could be Winter's fault as well. but I'm gonna take the blame because I have plenty of plants that are doing really good this winter, and this one just isn't it. Mia, why do you always throw stuff on the floor? Sorry. But yeah, as you can see, it's down to 2 leaves. I do think what I'm gonna do to kind of like revive my joy for this plant, because I really do want to love this plant, is probably repot it in pond and do passive hydroponics. I really, as I'm just getting more and more into passive hydroponics, I just love it so much more. I love the way it looks. I love how easy it is. I like it in the glass planters. Like, I just love everything about passive hydroponics. And with this, with allocation specifically, I cannot keep up with watering them the way that they need to be. It's probably not really that hard, but for me, I have a very busy life right now. I've like, things have just changed for me a little bit. So I'm get home, I leave really early in the morning and I get home really late. So I'm just not, I don't have the lifestyle to keep up with the watering schedule of this project. So passive hydroponics is really my friend right now. And so that's what I think I'm going to try with this plant, is to put it in passive hydroponics and see if I can revive my love for it. Because I really want to love this plant. This was my first ever wish list plant that I got. And I know the potential of this plant, but I also know that it's winter. So that's why I have hope that this will one day be a favorite again. But right now, it's not bringing me no joy at all. At all. Another plant, I don't have it with me because it's a little too large. I'll just insert, I'll insert a video clip of it, but it's my Monstera Deliciosa. And again, not any fault to the plant, but I overwatered it one time and like I drenched it. Like, I really soaked it when it did not need to be watered at all because I just wasn't paying attention. And it just, you'll see in the video, it's like, it looks better now, to be honest. I'm looking at it like right now. It looks better than it looked before. Before, it was completely sad. All the leaves were just like, it was just not happy. And I probably need to unpot it and see how the roots are doing, but I just don't have time. Even if I unpot it, I most likely would want to put it into passive hydroponics. It's a large plant. That's a lot of pond. I did order some leca, so maybe I'll put it in leca. I don't know. But right now, I never check on it. And because, I mean, it doesn't seem like it needs anything. And I overwatered that plant like months ago, and it still doesn't need to be watered. Like, that's how much I overwatered it by mistake. Because the large plant, when I thought it was needed to be watered and was dry, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's sad, so I'm sad because it's sad. And it's not a plant that I want to give up and throw away, because it was one of my first plant purchases, and I just, I feel a little obligation, a little connection to it that I have to, do right by it. So I'm not ready to let it go, like at all. I just don't have any joy when I look at it. So yeah, that's that one. Another one, let me see. Oh, I have one right here. This one is, I believe it's a peperomia. Yeah, I believe it's a peperomia. And it doesn't bring me joy because it's just boring to me. Like, and it came in this, I got this at like some random grocery store. And at first I hated this planter. I was like, oh, I just want the plant because the plant is cute. And then the planter kind of grew on me and I didn't really mind it anymore. And then I thought it was cute. But now, I mean, it's just boring to me. Like, I'm a large leaf girl, and these little leaves, like, they bore me. It's cute. Don't get me wrong. It's cute. But, I'm just not excited by it, like, at all. So, yeah, I probably won't give it away or throw it out or anything because it's a perfectly healthy plant and it is cute. Maybe I just need to repot it and I will find joy in it again. I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, I don't really care about this plant. Another one, another group, I should say, and again, I'll insert a video, is my succulents. and again, no fault to the plants. And actually, some of them are doing okay, honestly. But again, I'm just bored by them. I like with plants, I like to see growth. I want to chop and prop them. I want to do things with my plants. And the succulents are just really slow growers. Like, they just look the same all the time to me. It's like they don't ever look any different unless they're dying. So, and that's just in my care and my experience. I'm pretty sure it's not true across the board. But for me, they look the same all the time, and I think they're so cute. They are really cute, but then they just always look that way. Like, I like to see a plant evolve and grow and change, and my succulents be looking exactly the same. They, like I said, most of them are okay for right now. You'll see, I think I like zoomed in on an empty pot. Like, it was something really cute, and then it just gave up. So yeah, I'm not feeling my succulents right now. I'm not ready to get rid of them by any means, but I'm lying. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make room for plants that I really love, and that's okay. Like, so maybe I'll sell them to somebody who wants succulents, or I'll just give them away to anyone who would like succulents. I'm not ready like right now, but I'm pretty sure like once I find plants that I really, really love, I'm gonna need to make room, and I'm gonna be ready to let go of them. So yeah, that's my succulents. And I think there's only one. Yeah, there's only one left. This one, and I debated on whether to put this on the list or not. That's why it's last. But my philodendron golden goddess, I do like this plant. I like how it looks. I love the bright green, but as you can see, any little thing you look at it and the leaves just get damaged. Like, they get damaged so easily, and that's really annoying because it's on every leaf. And it's like, I can't have a beautiful, I mean, the plant is still beautiful, but every other leaf is damaged, and it's really annoying. So, and it's hard because I don't have like any plant shelf that only has one plant on it. Like, most of my plant shelves have 2 plants on them, and this thing, I think where is it at? These leaves over here literally only got damaged because it was next to my Homalomina. Like, they just are so delicate, and I don't know if you can tell, but they're super thin. The leaves are so thin, so they just get damaged so easily. And with it being this bright, beautiful, bright green, the brown is so contrasting. Like, it's so obvious. So that's the only thing I don't like about this plant, is how easily it gets damaged. It wasn't really growing for me, and I mean, it has several growth points, but they've been kind of frozen. Only recently they started to show a little more growth, but I'm definitely not ready to give up on this plant. Like, I definitely want to keep this plant, and just, I think as I kind of like trim my collection down to what really brings me joy and I have room for it, I think it will flourish. But right now, it's annoying. This plant is annoying because it just doesn't look good, like, for no reason. This is not because, oh, it's not getting enough humidity or whatever. This is because it was leaning up against something, and now, you know, it breaks, and the whole thing, like, I've cut so many just because it was on something and it turned brown. So that's the only reason that this plant is getting on my nerves right now. But other than that, I actually really like this plant. I cut, and it was fuller than this. I've cut several leaves because they was looking janky. So I do want to repot this as well into pond and give this a new stake, because I don't really care for these type of stakes. But yeah, this is another one. This is the last one that I don't really care for. But overall, it's just, I don't want it to drop now. Okay, there we go. Overall, as I'm like growing more in my plant journey and my plant collection, it's interesting to see like how my taste in plants are changing, and how you know, you just kind of go through phases with plants that you thought you really, really wanted, and then you get them and you see how they grow, and it's like, I thought I really liked this, but now I see how it grows, and I'm not really feeling it. Like, that's okay. You're not gonna love every single plant you buy. You're gonna buy a plant, think that you love it, get it, and be like, this is not actually what I thought it was gonna be. And that's just, you know, what it is with plants sometimes. So at one time I did love all these plants, and now I'm just really not feeling them. And it happens. It really does happen. So let me know in the comments below if there's plants that you're really not feeling right now, or that you're thinking about getting rid of. I just think, like I was saying earlier, being that I'm in a smaller space, I really have to be really particular and conscious and specific with the plants that I actually really love, because my space is precious right now. You know, I don't have a lot of it, so I don't want to waste it on plants that I'm not really feeling, you know. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way, if you have some plants that you're thinking of feeling that way about. That's again what Facebook plant groups are for. I'm like always gonna push Facebook plant groups, but that's a great place to kind of purge or get rid of plants that just because you're not feeling them doesn't mean other people won't want them. And sometimes people like myself like some, you know, project plants where they like to do rehabs. So you don't have to throw them out. You can rehome them, recycle them, you know, offer them, sell them, whatever you like to do. If you feel bad about just throwing it out, you have other options. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please press the like button. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, why not? Here it is. Follow me on Instagram, and have a good night.